Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are my lovelies, my royalty? Let's grab some petty tea, scorching hot or cold, but hold the ice, please. I've talked about this months ago, but I'm going to be talking a lot more about this topic of love is more than black and white. And what's love got to do with it? I have episodes based off of both because love is one of the most complicated emotions and feelings. There are about 50 types of love in some religions. And one day I'm going to start trying to cover all of them. And even around the world, there's different ways and definitions of love. And even when you look at marriage, some are not based off of, or some is you'll love them one day. You'll tolerate them one day. You'll like them one day, but that's who you're going to be with. And even in America, they're at a point where they're trying to tell women, marry sooner than later. And if you don't, we're going to make a camp for you. It's like, we don't, like, we're going to make it harder for you to go to school so that it forces you to need a man than want to be with that man. And studies have already shown, I keep hearing about it too, but married men are some of the happiest people on earth, while married women are some of the most depressed and just insufferable people on earth. And a lot of that is because, especially, and I'm not including the house dads because, yes, like I've been looking and researching that as well. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of in reverse. That's when the woman's living her best. But yeah, it's complicated. But yeah, especially if you're trying to do the traditional quote unquote submissive dominant and the housewife and everything like that, yeah, a lot of men, they love that. And yeah, no thank you. Never. Not gonna happen. I am so glad and thankful that I got my education and all of the education that I have. If you've been listening, you already know. But yeah, I am happy and blessed. And once I get the businesses together, plural, yeah, I hopefully will never have to, you know, that's not me. That's not my, I've never wanted that. If you have been, yeah, I have over 600 episodes, but if you've been listening, you already know. I have worked 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs at a time. I know how to hustle. I know how to get to work. I know how to wake up, get ready, get to the first job, then even during grad school, do homework in either a break room or even the storage closet or my car or wherever, and then either get back to that job or head to the next job and, you know, repeat. Sometimes, like, go drive by a gas station, change clothes, and then go to the next job. Had to do all of that too. So, but that is because even I don't think I even loved myself, but I knew that no one else was going to love me. And so I had to at least depend on myself. And especially with the men who were trying to talk to me, I knew I never wanted to depend on them because they didn't love me. I think they saw the weakness in me because they saw the low self esteem. They saw how everyone was telling me what I would never be able to do. Everyone was trying to limit me. And so they saw that as looking at me as prey. So, but love is so complicated. I'm still trying to figure myself out, especially being diagnosed late. I have a lot to figure out and to learn, but I've come a long way. And I'm at a point now where I love myself enough to know who I am not willing to be around, who I'm not willing to date, who I will not tolerate to be in my space. So I can't stand that toxicity. Some people are trying to force their way in with their toxicity. That is one of the T's I will not tolerate within my life because, like I said, I've been through a lot. And while learning how to love thyself, yeah, a lot of people are still going to try to throw hate at me even though I don't deserve it. Mm. Isn't that right? Part of me, I was like, I know a particular person is listening, so I have to ask them if they know exactly what I'm talking about. hmm I know you're listening. I know you're listening. But okay, sorry, I'm petty. I'm very petty. But yeah, when I break up with a guy, I celebrate. And it is complex because, again, sometimes I'm just like, why did I waste all this time with this guy? But then I have to remember either gaslighting or the trauma or just the brainwashing or trying to prove my mother wrong and then being scared, especially like parents stop having the expectation of your daughter being like the young bride and having to marry really young, and it's like that's stressful. Okay, it's like finding a guy just so you can get married young, and yes, you can have, it'll be easier to have kids and stuff like that, but would you rather her take her time so that she'll be happy for the rest of her life, or take the risk of her needing to then file for divorce and then those proceedings and then having to still deal with that person that now she probably regrets being with because of the children and things. But then some people are just happy to just be a grandparent and they're not going to care about the emotional damage of that their child. So maybe, yeah, don't put that stress on a woman because that's how you end up with 50% divorce rate. That, and a lot of men pretend. A lot of men try, like, okay, I'll say a lot of people, because yeah, some of these women, isn't that right? Yeah, it's like, sorry, it's like I'm talking to, there's one particular person who, yeah, she says I'm dumb, and she called me a derogatory name, etc., whatever. But yeah, she's still, yeah. So I got to. But yeah, hmm hmm but what's love got to do with it too? Because a lot of these men only love what they can get out of you. A lot of these men only love that you will tolerate their mess. And it's like, okay, I'm saying men because I've only dated men. Because some of you guys might be like, women too. Yes, I agree. There are some women too. But like when it comes to friendships, yeah, I can. Some of these women are hot, no, just a hot mess, vile, awful, evil, vindictive, stupid, ignorant, bigoted. Yeah, but I've only dated men, so when I say this, just know, gentlemen, yes, there are some women that are like this too. Just know that, okay, from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, I'm spilling my tea and from my perspective. So, and I know there are some good men out there. Yeah, it's like I know from personal experience, especially present day, I know there are some amazing, great, compassionate, like just yeah, amazing men out there. So, but a lot of people, okay, guys, If you're gonna break up with somebody, make sure you are ready for the breakup. Okay, because for some reason I keep bumping into the cray cray women. I like, because like, and remember, I only date the men. So for some reason, like the men who are attracted to me date it crazy. But then at the same time, it's crazy because so many men who gaslit me or treated me like they left me for a crazy woman, then came back and said, "Oh my gosh," as I, yeah, at first I thought you were boring or a square because you didn't yell at me, you didn't do this. Like maybe I need to start yelling at men. Maybe I need to have like a smart mouth more often because there are some times where I'm like, okay, okay, this is just real stupid. I mean, they're stupid, but then this is really stupid. So it's like, about, yeah, I, with all of the guys I dated, like hardly any of them can ever say that we had an argument other than me breaking up with them. And then last year, 6 to 8 guys from my past tried to come back. 6 to 8. And really, it was 8, but 2 of them were just kind of like, oh, I thought it was kind of comical. Yeah, I thought it was kind of comical. But okay. And I'm not a therapist. I have a minor in anthropology, but I'm not a therapist. So, and I have studied a lot of like sexology, but yeah, I'm so let's just say this is in my opinion, and also maybe this is a hint that you might need to go to therapy because if you're thinking of breaking up with somebody, emotionally this can affect you. And you might need to talk it through step by step. You might need to communicate with that person. Maybe how can you fix things? Is it fixable? Some things are fixable, but they're not worth fixing because especially if you keep asking somebody to do something and over again they're not going to do it, but then they won't do it until you're going to break up with them, then all of a sudden, oh, I'll do it now. Like no, 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 no. Kind of like my college students. It's like the last week of school with the final. Oh, now you want to do that project. Now you want to try to do like kind of a work, or now you want to try to meet up to my expectations. Now you want to raise your hand. Now you want to come to class. Yeah. That's how a lot of relationships are. A lot of people drop the ball, or a lot of people don't want to either take the woman on date night or buy the woman flowers or to help take care of the kids and not call it babysitting when the man does it, but know that he's a parent, so he needs to take the responsibility too. And yeah, this can happen the other way around, trust me. And or telling each other's moms everything and all your business, but only like the bad parts of the relationship. Yes, I've witnessed some of that stuff happening. Yeah, so love is complicated, especially when you're about to break up, because sometimes before you break up with that person, make sure you're able to start loving yourself. Because if you already don't love yourself, and then you're breaking up with somebody and the only person you think loves you, that can affect you. That can be traumatizing, especially when that person finds someone new to date. Then all of a sudden, the only person that you feel loved you is now loving someone else. How is that going to affect the mind and the heart and the spirit? So, before you break up with somebody, start a journal, get therapy, like meditate, do something, like find out a way that can help your mental, and start healing your heart. Write down maybe ways that, like, if you feel like you can fix it, because for some it's too late. Some people wait until it's too late to then try to fix it. And some people just feel like they can get away with doing anything and everything they want to knowing they're damaging that other person. But oh, it's me, so they'll get over it. Or they have my kids, so they're stuck with me. And or they'll never get over me. I'm the best that they'll ever have. But then when that person does find someone else, or when that person starts loving themselves and you see them differently now, when they start looking better, because yeah, a lot of women, or well, I've seen some men too. Ooh, I've seen some men like once they break up, I'm like, ooh, go ahead, yeah, with your bad self, get it. It's like you looking good now, baby. And it's like, and I applaud them. Sometimes I help them. I'm like, oh, it's like, I was like with one of my friends. I was sending links because I know they're fashion. So when I saw something on sale, I'm like, ooh, yep. Oh, and yeah, when you pick up the kids, yeah, yeah, wear that. And oh, one of the times she took a picture too, like in front of the car. She was like about to pick up the kids, and I'm like, girl, do your thing. So yeah, it's petty. I don't care. Because especially if that person breaks your heart, if that person tries to hurt you, if that person is trying to affect you in a negative light. Because okay, if you're gonna break up with somebody, don't be the negative, okay? Because that person's gonna that person's gonna be like, wow, you are really torn up because of me. Some of these people enjoy it. They're gonna want to see you fall apart. Don't fall apart. Love yourself. It's like, try to show the beauty within yourself, because beauty and love has more power than anything. And so instead of being hateful and vile and vicious, see, that other person wants to see you do that because they know that it's because of them. Okay. And I know my exes, either girlfriends, ex-wives, or future wives, or whatever. Because remember, with Mr. No Heart, I broke up with him, but then I wanted the money he owed me, and I told him this, but he told me, well, in order to get your money, you have to not only get back with me, but you have to sleep with me a certain amount of times, and then if you don't, then I'm going to double the parameters and whatever, blah, blah, blah. You already know this. I've said this so many times. But then he found his middle school sweetheart and married her. And then she turned around because I was just trying to get my money. Why would I want to be with a man who I could not invite over to my parents' house because he only wanted to come over during winter months so that he could wear a huge jacket so that he could steal from my parents? And how many times did I lost count how many times this man stole from me. And then I like the so-called wedding envelope. How many times did he steal from his own wedding fund? So when I was so happy because I never wanted to date him, but he threatened me, if you guys remember. It's like I was scared that he was gonna do what he said he was gonna do if I didn't date him. And the Christian part of me, I was like, oh, thou shalt not. He's like, oh no, I can't. I don't want to be the reason, and it'll be my fault. And no, he gaslit me. He tricked me. Yeah, yeah. Like my low self esteem plus my religion plus just, yeah, a whole mixture of things. And him forcing me and yeah, just so it was a hot mess. It was such a hot mess. But when I broke up with him, I think he was shocked. But then with a lot of men, it's like, and this is what, like, I tried, I did have the contract, but then it was in his grandmother's drawer. But after she passed away, he took it out and tore it up, and he told me about it. Yeah, he admitted it. I could not find it, so I know he did. Yeah, he did exactly what he said he did with that. But he so-called loved me. No, he didn't. He loved taking advantage of me. He saw how low my life was and he also saw the potential in me because I was finishing up being a promotional model. I think it maybe 2 or 3 more years after leaving him, but or breaking up, leaving him. But he saw that I was like when I worked. He saw that I was starting to like I was doing research on how can I invest money. And it's like because I want to pay off my student loans, but I want to save for a house. And it's like I him and Mr. No Heart. I think they just saw how I was getting my life together. I mean business. I had dreams and goals, and some of these men, they don't love you. They don't love you. They want to see what they can get out of you. And or they want what they can get out of you while they find somebody that they want to keep. And some of these men are projects. So they're going to find a woman that's willing to work on them, which oh my gosh, I just saw there's a new who in the did I marry? It's like because this woman, oh, she married, it's like it's a whole Italy story. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'll share the links, and I'm gonna talk. Yeah, I'm gonna go deep in that because it kind of reminds me of the Mr. No Heart relationship. But it's juicy and good because and part of me, I would have never done that. I would have never. No. Mm-mm. I've been through a lot, but I would no. Mm-mm. But anyway, okay, sorry. But yeah, get ready for that episode. That and I still need to tell you guys about how Mr. Lockakey tried to be a stripper and Mr. No Heart. There's a couple stories that I'm debating on when I'm gonna tell them, but I thought February of this year would be the best, but it might be later this year. It might be might be October for Sweetest Day. You never know. But love is a complex thing, and with both of those men and other guys, I mean, I've dated men who, when I broke up with them, they got so upset with me. They got extremely mad, and they would tell me that it was my fault that they were depressed or my fault that they were not as confident or whatever. It's not your fault. No, it's if you're breaking up with somebody because their actions or what they say or what they do is not fulfilling for your life and not helping you in any way, and actually it's damaging or hurting your future and your goals and your aspirations, don't blame yourself. No. And just if you're going to break up with somebody, make sure you are ready. Because for some reason, a lot of the women who break up with the guys I have been on dates, it's like some of these men, I'm like, honey, nah, trust me, nah. You broke up with them. Like sometimes I'm like, you want them back? Here, I see why you broke up with him in the first place. But if you're dumb enough to get back with him, here, take him. There was that one guy that I started dating uh the middle of college. No, it was near the end of college. Do you know how happy I was when he, yeah, he was cheating on me, but he impregnated another woman. So then, because I was already ending it, and he was like, "No, give me a chance. I'm a good man." Blah blah. Oops, I got her pregnant. So I'm gonna join the army real quick because I want to make sure I have enough money to. Yeah, I'll tell that whole story a different day. But yeah, I will never forget when he tried to, like, I think it was an email. I want to see if I still have that email somewhere. Because I think I printed it out and I showed, because I think okay, I'm going to see. I'm going to see. Because, oh, that'll be juicy. That'll be good. That'll be great. Because I will never forget when he tried to be my friend on Facebook too. And I'm just like, why would I want to be your friend? Oh, well, my kid's grown up now. Maybe we can give it another chance. No, no, I'm good. I'm so, no, no. And then there was another guy near the end of, yeah, there was a lot of guys in college who were just kind of like, oh, I want someone to marry or I want someone to be with right as I'm graduating or, entering free, like, freedom and, independence and everything like that, blah, blah, blah. But I think it was about 10 years later. I forgot how many years later, but I think it was right before I met Mr. No Heart. Yeah. He writes me, I think it was over the holidays. Yeah, it was in the wintertime. He wrote me and told me how, yeah, he started a business and it's an adult film business, which I'm not hating. I'm not hating, but it's really funny how everything had to do with his religion and a Muslim man too. So it's kind of because he was like, well, I'm trying to remember how he said it, but I remember he said that he would never allow a Muslim woman or anybody within his religion to be a part of any aspect of his business. But if the American women are, he didn't say as, I don't think he said as dumb, but basically, yeah, that in simple words, he said that. But then he got mad when, because he was just saying, give me another chance. I forgot what state he moved to. Give me another chance and fly out over where I am. Spend some time with me. Why would I waste my time and do that? And oh, he got so upset. Oh, you think you're better than me now? He was like, oh, did you graduate? Yeah, because I didn't tell anybody, like, after how my parents were acting since I needed an extra year because I double minored. No one really knew that I graduated. It's like till this day, there are some people like, oh, well, you dropped out, didn't you? No, I got a bachelor's and a double minor, and now I have two masters and three certifications to add on to that. Next. Oh my gosh, really? You didn't say anything or you didn't post this on Facebook. Why do I need to post everything? Like, I don't like you anyway, so I'm glad you didn't know. Mm, anyway, but yeah, a lot of people didn't believe in me. And so I had to pour love into myself. I had to learn what loving myself was. I had to learn who I was and who I am today because I have changed so much over the years. Because doctors didn't love their profession enough to listen to me or to care about me. And some of them were probably a little racist. Because you guys know about how, like, there's tons of studies on how doctors treat black people and especially black women compared to other nationalities, and which one reason why about three times as many black women die at like while giving birth and things like that. So yeah, when doctors kept telling me I was a liar and I was making up the pain and the symptoms and everything like that. Yeah. Yeah, good times, right? So I had to learn how to love myself, and I'm going to have a part 3 and a part 4 probably on this subject because love is more than black and white. And everything that I have been through, I had to learn how to love myself and also understand when people hated me because of love. Because they either loved that I like they loved the person I was dating, or they loved a position that I got that they didn't, or they loved a goal or dream that I had that they were too scared to accomplish. Love is complicated. And hate makes you ugly, and hate sometimes tears down the opportunities that you would be able to get your hands on. So at the end of the day, love yourself. And instead of being either jealous or mad or upset or just revengeful, like some of you guys, who we love yourself. Learn or know what that means. Find out, get therapy. So, okay, I'm going to do another part 3 on this one. Thank you for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman. I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.